Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Anna. If you are new on my channel and this is the first video you've ever watched, welcome. If you are a subscriber and you've been here for a while, welcome back, sis or bro. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much, so much, for the love on my most recent video. I did kind of mention it on Instagram. All the love that I received, moving and taking that step in faith is not easy because you don't really know what's gonna happen. All you know is that you are believing in God and that you are trusting in God and that He is going to order your steps. And that's exactly what I'm living out. And so just thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the comments. And thank you for supporting me and for opening your hearts to what I have to say, because it's really just me allowing God to speak through me. All right, so let's talk about trust. Trusting in God when it doesn't make sense. One of the main areas that I want to focus in is the area of when you trust in God, this perception of thinking that, oh, I did everything right. That means that everything is going to go right. And that is not true. I mean, the Bible talks about how, we're in this world, we're not of this world. But it also talks about there's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry, there's a time for joy, there's a time for sorrow, which basically means life is not going to be perfect. I was one to believe that. I thought that because I did everything right, I crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's, that meant that things were going to go as planned. I used to think that way. But then as my life started to just unravel and just completely was off track of what I ever thought it would be, I was like, you know what, God? In the midst of it all, I'm not in control. I'm not in control, and I kind of don't want to be in control, because the thing is that when you try to take control over your life, you leave room, you box yourself in, and you leave no room for God to do what He wants to do in your life. And so trusting in God does not mean that everything is going to be perfect, that everything is going to go smoothly, that all the right decisions that you made were right for you. Even now, as I'm kind of walking this move out and things like that, I'm sorry, I keep looking at the window because it's outside. It's distracting, so my bad. I think about my recent move, and I think about how there are certain kinks on the road. There were certain kinks in the road, and I recently found out I got to get some things for my car, or just certain things like that. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to distract me from the assignment that is on my life right now. And that's the same for you. When you trust in God, don't be discouraged that when things are going wrong and when things are not going as planned, that doesn't mean that you're not in the will of God. That just means that you're human and you're living on earth, honestly. And it sounds more simple than when you're actually living it out, because a lot of us go through really just saddening, heartbreaking things. And it's not easy to go through those things. But I just want to encourage you in this video and let you know that just because things are not going as planned, and just because things are not easy, does not mean that you're not in the will of God. There are going to be things that we're tested in. And the reason why we're tested in that area is because God wants to know that He can trust you with the more, that He could trust you to reach that crowd of people, that He could trust you to speak of Him in that capacity. How will we ever know that God is a provider if we don't leave room for Him to provide? And I don't mean just monetarily, I mean in any area of your life, be a provider. So when we ask God, Lord, give me the faith and the strength to really walk out the season honoring you, He's going to test you. He's going to send things in your life to show Himself to be faithful, to show Himself to be your strength, to give you the power and the authority you need to conquer and be a victor in that circumstance, in those circumstances. And one of the things that I really, just a quick verse that I shared in my vlog that has been so timely for me is, I have it up here, 2 Timothy 1:7. And I'm just going to read it from here. And it says, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love and a sound mind. What does that mean? That means that anything that you see as an obstacle or as fear or as trying to literally distract you from the assignment on your life, that does not belong to Christ. And not to make it all like spooky and like, oh my God, that's not of God or whatever. Because sometimes we literally go through like real life things, like your car breaks down in the middle of the road because you needed gas and you knew you needed gas and your light was on, but you didn't get gas. That's on you, boo. You need to get gas when your light is on. You know what I mean? Just things like that. And I think that when we take out like that, like super uber spiritual thing, there are things that we are responsible for that sometimes we know we should be doing it and we don't. But what I'm really talking about here is that God equipped us in everything that we ever needed in this life to walk this life out. It's all inside of you. So he gave us the spirit of power. We have power when we speak. Because he is in us, we have power when we speak. Love the unlovable. Love the people that broke you. I'm not saying, be all like besties with them. But I'm saying that sometimes God calls us to go through certain situations. And I know it all too well. To show us like, you know what? That person needs love too. That I need to love that person through you. And then of a sound mind. Y'all know. You guys know. In the next vlog, actually, that I'm sharing in the next couple of days, I also share this verse and just talking about how my thoughts personally are probably like one of my biggest enemies. And I constantly have to give my thoughts to God and be like, you know what, God, I need you to take that captive and I need you to eliminate this thought from my mind because it's bothering me and it's getting to me. And I know that it's not true. You don't see me as that. You see me as more than a conqueror. You love me. I know that I'm your daughter. Like, I know you got me. I know you're my provider. I know that you're my sustainer. You got me. And to know that God is regulating my mind and has given me a sound mind, I feel the more equipped to move forward. To know that, listen, it's not looking like what I thought it was going to look like, but I'm going to trust him anyway because the plan that he has for me doesn't even match what I could have ever imagined for myself. And so I really hope that in this video, you feel encouraged to know, hey, there's going to be certain situations that are not going to go as planned. Not going to go as planned. Not going to, like, there are going to be things that's going to be like, well, God, do you even want me to do this? Like, because I just keep hitting a wall here. And obviously there's a difference between, okay, you're not in the will of God, boo. Like, you need to, like, really, really pray about this. Fast about this, ask the Lord to like just show you what you need to do. But then there are moments where like we are in the will of God, but just things are not going to be perfect. And don't let that discourage you from thinking like, oh my God, I made a mistake. Oh my God, like what am I doing here? Oh my God, help me. I really hope that you guys walk away from this video knowing that God's got you and he has never forsaken you. He has never abandoned you. He is right there. When you call, he's there. Before you even call, he's there. Like, how good is that? And obviously, when I speak to you guys, I speak from experience. When I say God is not a God that abandons you, it's because I know that he is a God that has not abandoned me. And because we are children of God and we're brothers and sisters and, we're family, I know for a fact he will never abandon you. Lord have mercy. Sometimes these things just be coming. I just be like, Lord. And that's pretty much what I wanted to share in this video. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you comment below. I want to know what you guys think about this topic because it's easier said than done. But I think that when people read your testimony and read your comment, I think that it encourages them as well because it's not just coming from me. I think that you've also witnessed God to be a God that when you trust him, he comes through. Even when it doesn't look perfect and even when it doesn't seem perfect and out of control, He always comes through. So make sure, guys, that you subscribe so that you are notified of the next video. I know that once you subscribe, I think you have to hit like the notification thingy. Make sure you hit that notification button so that you guys are the first to watch the video and able to comment in the comment section below. I will see you guys in my next video. Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I used this new Kate. It's called Kate, this new lipstick that I was sent. And the packaging is so gorgeous. Look at that. And this is the color. And that's the color that I have on right now. They are jamming outside. I hope you guys can hear that properly.